Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Agent Circle Live. This Friday, we have a very special guest, 𝘍𝘳𝙦𝙦. If you don't know who 𝘍𝘍𝙦 is, then I don't know where you've been. Let's put it that way. She's literally everywhere I turn. Doesn't matter where I go, doesn't matter what day of the week. Frankly, as you shared a few moments ago, even at 4 a.m. in the morning, her name's still popping up somehow on my phone. So I'm so glad to have my friend 𝘍𝘍𝙦 here today. We're going to have a very special session today. This is actually the first time she's done this on the Agent Circle Live, and I'm hoping that she's going to come back and do a part 2, part 3, and part 4, 5 on this as well. But today we're going to be covering creating funnels, and specifically creating offers with funnels to get some, well, leads flowing into you. And of course, as we all know, when it comes to leads, it's really straightforward. Leads is just one part of it. The question is, what do you do after with now that you have the lead? But obviously, you can't even do anything with the lead if you don't have the leads in the first place. So today, Don's going to share with us how to create some amazing funnels. We'll get some eyeballs on it and pull in some leads so that you can go ahead and work and potentially have something to work with those clients. So Don, with that being said, go ahead.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. Hello from Texas. I love getting on these Zooms and that we have like all these people from across the country. It is just so exciting to me to be able to get in front of so many agents. Like, I remember back in the day when I was at just a brick and mortar in my own little town, like that's all I knew was what was going on in this little town that I live in. But whenever the cloud-based brokerages were introduced, it's like it just opened up so many doors for me, and including my mind. Like, it opened up my mind to the fact that like there's this whole world going on out there, and I want to have relationships with realtors all over the country. And that has really helped me for over the past 7 years when I first signed up with that first online brokerage. So I'm super excited to be with you guys here today. Most of you are here from Epique. I know we have some guests because this is open to everyone, and I want to help everyone. And that is what my whole program is all about, is really, Jay, I'm going to let you start letting people in. That keeps getting overwhelming there. But I'm going to go into presentation mode here, and then I am going to go through my slides and really get into this. So first of all, I want to introduce myself. So I'm 𝘍𝘍𝙦𝙦, and I have been an agent for almost 22 years, 21 years. I'm what I consider a career realtor. Like, over all of that time, me by myself or with my team have averaged about 20 transactions per year. That makes a career realtor. The beautiful thing about being a realtor and getting your license is that you can do it at whatever you want. Some agents want to only do deals for friends and family, and that's okay. Some agents are happy with 24 deals a year. That keeps them pretty busy and still provides a good income. And then some agents want to go on to do 100 deals a year. You get to decide what it is you want to do. I was really happy around 40. But however, once I started doing recruiting and training and helping my agents that I brought over to the brokerage, that opened up a lot more doors for me. I just really wanted to, I love this model because we're able to really train the next generation of realtors. Like, I think I'm going to admit these people, I don't know where Jay went, but I think that, sorry, you guys, I'm getting sidetracked, letting people in. I think it's
John, I got the door. Just go ahead.
Okay. So I know I got to get that just off my screen, but it keeps popping up. So I think that the beauty of this new model is, and the mentoring and the coaching, all of these things allow you guys that are newer agents to work with experienced agents and learn from all of the mistakes that we've made. Like, trust me, over that time, I have done some crazy deals. I have dealt with some crazy people, and it's been fun, but I feel like there's like a time, like I need a time out. 15 years of showing buyers and sellers and dealing with transaction after transaction, like it gets tiring. So the beauty that I love about Epique is this local area leader. I'm the local area leader for New Braunfels, Texas, and I'm helping other area leaders as well. And I love it. Like I am so happy to be doing this kind of stuff. So once I joined my former brokerage, they asked me to be a mentor, but it was back when they didn't have a mentor platform. Like it was like, sure, I'll be a mentor, but what does that mean? And they're like, well, go figure it out. So I did, and I created this system, and this system is what I'm going to go over with you today, but we're going to really get into the funnels part of it. So I want you guys to know a little bit about who I am. So I did co-author this book last year called Step Into Your Brave, and that was a journey. This is why I want to give back so much. My story is that I come from nothing. Like I come from a lot of struggle, a broken home, a lot of abandonment issues, a lot of trauma. Like I'm a survivor of childhood trauma, but I carried a lot of that stuff into my future. And it's really been stuff I've had to work through to get more of an abundant mindset. So a lot of you will hear me talk more about abundance because it's something I have to work on constantly, to not live in scarcity, to not live in struggle and just that scarcity survival mode. I really focus on living every day of my life in a place from abundance instead of that. And it's taken a lot of reprogramming in my mind to really step into that. So my point to all of that is if I can do this, anyone can. And I created a system to help you. And so my system is really, it's going to take a lot more than one day to tell you the whole system. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about the system that I created so that my brain could function and I could actually really organize things around what I need to do and wake up every day knowing what I need to work on. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. I also want to point out Miss Angela Kristen Taylor is on this call. Angela, say hi, Angela.
She might have stepped. I'm trying to figure out all these buttons. I've got, here we go. Start video. Hello.
Awesome. Okay, there she is.
Hi.
So Angela was my personal coach for about 3 years, about 5 years ago. And she's my people. Like y'all, like God literally connected us together because I needed her badly. And she helped me so much with her program. And she ended up just becoming one of my best friends. And then I recruited her to Epique Realty. And now she is our Georgia State broker, and she is giving her gift, just giving it away to so many of us. And so I love that about her. So I have combined efforts with her this year, and every week on Tuesdays at Jay, by the way, we had to change this. The time's now 11 o'clock Central, so that's 9. We need to update that. I forgot about that, you guys. But every Tuesday at 11 o'clock at 𝘍𝘳𝙦𝙦, Angela and I go through a coaching call for about an hour and help agents in whatever area of my system they're working in. And I'm going to go over that next, but I just wanted to introduce Angela. So what is the system? The system consists of these 4 pillars. Today, most of this call is going to be working on the funnels, but I don't just want to do a call on funnels. I want to tell you guys about these other 3 pillars also, because every month, this is what we work on. If you're wherever you're at in your real estate business, I break it down to you're working in one of these 4 pillars. You're either working on your mindset and your business plan, I call it your abundance plan. And that's the most important one, because if you don't have your mindset right, you're not going to do well in this business. If you have that scarcity mindset, you're going to struggle in this business. It shows up. And so it's so important that you really have the right mindset. And it just so happens that next Tuesday is the first Tuesday of February, and that's going to be our first class or coaching call on mindset and building your very own abundance plan. So I'm going to share a lot more about that a little bit later. The second pillar that we talk about are foundations. So a lot of you know, like I lead the Monday Lofty call inside of Epique because it's your number one foundation. There are statistics from NAR that 70% of real estate agents don't even use a CRM. And then there's another statistics that the top 20% of realtors, their number one tool is their CRM. So tell me, where is that disconnect right there? Like, how do you, my goal is to get agents from that 80% everyone talks about over to the 20%, if that's what they want to do. If you're happy over there and that's your goal to do a few deals a year, nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I feel like a lot of agents want to do more, but they're not sure what to do. And that's where we talk about foundations. That week, we also talk about your branding and using Canva to create marketing pieces. Lots of stuff we talk about then. And then once you have all of that done, like, let's automate that stuff. I'm all about systemize, automate, and then delegate. I have virtual assistants that help me do just about everything. So automations is huge. It provides leverage and gives you back some of your time so that you're able to go do some of the other things in life that you want to do. But funnels is where we're at today. So once you have all of this set up, let's talk about funnels. And that is really, oh, wow, what just happened? That's what we're going to focus on today. So I love Tony Robbins. If any of you know me, you know I've gone to several of his events. What we focus on determines how we feel, and how we feel, our state of mind, powerfully influences our actions and interactions. And if you just wake up every day and read that quote and just figure out what it is you're missing in your business, and you focus on creating a system for that part of it, then you'll be able to go out there and do so much more. But I feel like, especially with realtors, like we get so overwhelmed, because we wear all these different hats. So we have to get these hats organized and into one of these pillars, figure out what's missing, and spend a few days or a week working on that area, and then move on to the next. So let's talk about some of these funnels. So everyone, you know, call it lead generation, call it whatever you want, but I call it funnels. Every piece of material that I put out into the world or mail out, it has some kind of an offer. It has an offer that is going to bring these leads into my world so that I can add them to this funnel. Let's think of this funnel right here as your CRM. We get Lofty, and Lofty has smart plans in it. So this is how we move them through the funnel, all of these different things. I'm going to come back to that in a minute, because I want to just first talk about these different funnels. And there's so many more. These are just a few, but these are the ones that I use. So my VIP database, y'all, I started creating my VIP database at KW back in 2012. My VIP database is where I get most of my business. Like, I could just be sustainable every year from what's on that. And I have an offer that I give that VIP database. My main offer that I offer them is using HomeBot. And HomeBot does an email, and it does like a home report for their home. And it's like a financial tool where they're able to see how much equity they have, what else could they be doing with that equity. I find it's like the number one thing that my people open. And so I use send out cards also for my VIP database. And at least once a year, I send a HomeBot invite out that says something like, hey, my gift to you is this HomeBot report. If you're not getting it, like, make sure you sign up here. And then I create a link, like that's an offer. Another thing like that I do for my VIP database, we are getting ready to hold an annual client appreciation party. Like that's an offer. I'm offering them this dinner and drinks to come hang out and whatever we decide to do. Like those are different offers that you could do for your VIP database. A newsletter with links back to your CRM. Like that's the thing you guys need to be thinking about. Every offer that you put out into the world is top of funnel. It's the top of the funnel. It's all of these different things that is going to offer your clients or your audience. Let's just call them your audience because they're not your clients until you get them down in this part. Up here, they're just people out there that are looking to buy or sell a home. And you will get them into your funnel when you create the offer. So I'm going to talk a lot more about the offers here in a minute. And that top of funnel. But first, I want to just go through a few of these to give you some ideas. So listings to leads. I have a free link to listings to leads that I will share with you guys. And you could go in and look at their PDFs. I've used listings to leads since 2012. I have not used it at the level that I should be right now because they teach you how to do Google ads and how to do Facebook ads and all kinds of different things. And you can use other people's listings. Like it's just a marketing tool all in one, and it's phenomenal, but it's a lot. It's something that if you decide to use this, you need to implement it. It needs to be your number one focus for like probably 2 weeks. Like, you know, don't get bright, shiny object syndrome and go out and do something else. You've got to learn to focus and get something implemented and follow through to implementation and take action on getting that piece out into the world. Once it is, and it's working for you and it's bringing the people into your CRM, and you have a campaign set up for those people, then move on to the next funnel. But so many people don't have even a marketing plan set up for their VIP database. And these are things I want you to ask yourself. Like if you're saying, yeah, I don't have that, then be on the call with us on Tuesday and work. My challenge to you is to work through this over the next 4 weeks with me and Angela so that you have all these systems set up. Social media, you know, there's tons of different things that you could be using for social media, but put a link in there so that they get an offer. So if you're going to go and you're going to do ads for buyers, let's just say you're doing an ad on social media for a first-time home buyer. Are you offering those people who see your post a link? Or I know like Instagram doesn't do links, but you could put it up in your bio on Instagram, but Facebook does. Like, are you offering them a link to a first-time home buyer workbook? Have you created a first-time home buyer workbook? Are you doing relocation? If you're doing relocation, take the time to sit one day. It would take 1 day to create an amazing relocation workbook. Offer it to your people. They have to give you their information and come into your world. It's like them knocking on your door. Hey, can I come into your business? I want this freebie that you're giving me. People call it a freebie. People call it a landing page would be it, whatever it is to get these people back into your CRM. And by the way, like I talk about the PDFs on listings to leads, they have all of that built in to their system. That's why I like them so much. I'm just not doing enough marketing because I'm focusing more on agent or area leader and all this stuff. But this is what I used for years, and it works. But you have to use it, and they have all kinds of stuff in there, and it connects to Lofty. So if anybody signs up and using their landing page to get the freebie, and you connect listings to leads to Lofty, it'll move them on over to Lofty too, and you'll just start getting the leads. And then you're able to call them because you just created this great guide on relocating to New Braunfels, so you know your stuff, like you know what you're doing. So then we have paid leads. If you don't have time to do all of this stuff and you have no business, you have to do paid leads. Like you'll have to do Zillow or realtor.com, or you're not going to have any business. So there's a lot of companies out there too that do like referral, like pay at close, like Op City or Home Story, or there's several of them. I don't know which ones are good or bad right now, but I have a list somewhere of all of them. But Realtor.com, Zillow, I built my database by using Zillow. And now I have like, I only have about 3,500. I know agents who have 100,000 people, but I have about 3,500 in my database that I brought over to Lofty and that I'm still working on organizing and reaching out, because our market's been kind of not really still, but it's been kind of down for the winter and then last year. So I'm reaching out to all of those people, just kind of knocking on the door saying, hey, like, are you interested in buying or selling? What's your year look like? Yada, yada. Anyway, moving on. Another one is referrals from realtors. This is one of my favorites, and I close several of them per year because I know so many realtors, because that online brokerage, I'm all about relationships. I am a relationship-based person, and I love on people, and I send out cards, and I send thank yous for referrals from other realtors, and I stay top of mind with them. If they've got somebody moving to Texas, I'm usually the agent that they will call. A couple more for sell by owner, farming, to name a couple more. What about REO, not REO, but short sales? That could be one. Divorces, that's a funnel in itself. You've got enough marketing material that you could go do your research, really get to know that market, create the marketing pieces, create some kind of an offer, maybe a list of attorneys. I don't know, just something, whatever you're going to do, just do one at a time. Only one, do you have to do. But these are all the different ways that you could get your offer out into the world so that those people become aware of you. And then you could get them inside of Lofty. They have the market report. I highly suggest the market report, not the like home valuation. And then you just engage with them. You reach out, you touch them. You touch them through marketing pieces, through maybe a newsletter that you're doing. Those are all things that you do inside the funnel. So we're talking today about special offers, but that's a whole nother thing. All of the things that you're going to put together in here, those are called automations. A monthly newsletter is called an automation. A weekly email, a weekly blog, whatever those are all different automations that happen in here. So now I want to take it a step further, and I want to give you guys some ideas of what you could do for offers. So I already went over this one. So offer number one for your VIP, but do you have your VIP database even set up? Like, that's your sphere. I can even share my screen and kind of show you guys what my business looks like on the backside when I am done with these slides. But my VIP people, they are all in send out cards. We had a closing last week. That person goes on send out cards. That person gets a congratulations card. That person gets a HomeBot Evite. I have a checklist that my VA goes through, and we add them to all of this stuff. So HomeBot is just like only one of the things that I do, because that's my number one funnel right there. I'm going to take super good care of those people. Then I love this. So offer number two is getting a passion community for yourself. And what is a passion community? This is where I'm going to pause my slide, and I'm going to have Angela talk for a minute, because a lot of the stuff that I've created is from what she does, and she has a special for you guys that she's going to share today, and it is her local legend. I'm going to stop share because we're going to open this up, and Angela and I are going to share this with you. So Angela has a link that she's going to share with you for how to create that community and what is a local legend. So I will let you kind of explain that, and then we'll go back in and we'll go to the rest.
And sure thing. Yeah. So local agent legend is really about understanding what it is that you really love to do. Why, the people that you really love to serve, and why you love to serve them. Because what I found in working with realtors over the years is that most of the time we're coming from a very heart-centered place. When I say most of the time, I mean most of the agents, right? Like, we're coming from this very heart-centered place, and we really just want to show up and serve people. And so it's about finding the people that you just love to show up and serve anyway, people that you have something in common with. Or for me, when I was actively in production, I had little kids. I joined mommy groups, and I had decided to shut my real estate business down because I didn't want to make cold calls anymore and, knock on doors and things that I had been doing. I was like, I'm just going to be a mom. I'm just going to enjoy this part of my life. And I joined some mommy groups on Yahoo because this is before social media. And my business blew up. And it blew up simply because people were saying, what did you do before you had kids? And I'm like, oh, it's real estate. Like, you still have your license? We're bursting at the seams. We need a bigger house. And before I knew it, that group, I ran one event a week. I did a little story time and craft project at my house for the kids. I called all the moms every week and be like, hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? What's new? And that was it. And they fed me so much business. I didn't have to do anything else. So I put that into the chat for you guys. It's completely free. You need to, put your name and email address in there. There's 5 videos. We recorded this live back in October. And there's also some bits of, talking about the things that stop you, like internally, the stories and all those things that kind of jump up and bite us and make us say, I know I'm supposed to do this, but I don't want to do this right now. This doesn't feel good, or I feel wrong about it. I feel like I'm bothering them or whatever. So we talk about stop stories. We talk about go stories. We talk about all the things that we need to do to really be successful from the inside out. And so you'll love that. There's some wonderful speakers. Dawn is one of them. And just go right in, click on that link. It's the productiveflow.com link in there in the chat, and you can register for free, watch the whole thing whenever you want. If you guys were somebody that was there live in October, this is the same videos. So just click there and get access to all of them.
That was a great workshop. I was so impressed, Angela. And I love that you just put that into a little mini course for everyone to join, because Angela is part of every bit of my pillars. The mindset part, a lot of, I would not be where I am today if it were not for the coaching that I did with her. And the fact that we can partner up now and help the performance group, I love this, because we're helping other agents. And where agents need the coaching, and this is what I don't like. Sometimes there's so many coaching programs out there that are selling how to do this, how to do YouTube channel. It's the funnels. There's a lot of coaching platforms out there selling funnels, like whatever they've perfected, then they turn around and sell it. There's nothing wrong with that. But I promise you, if you do not get your mindset right first, and if you do not get your VIP database set up, your foundation set up, and your automation set up, and then you go out there and you take a funnels class, you're going to be lost, because you're going to think, I don't have the system set up to do this stuff. And there's no point. As agents, we want this gratification of now business, right? But that's great. But that now business comes in the funnels, and that's where you need to be working, is filling that pipeline and really working on those funnels and all the different things and the marketing pieces. It's all of this put together. And that's what we do our Tuesday calls for. So offer number 3. And so these are the first 2 funnels that I think everybody should have perfected. After you get your foundation set up and you know that you're working on your mindset every day, then the offer number 3 for the public, that's where you start adding more funnels. So if you're in a relocation area, I think that's the best one to do. And create your relocation guide. You have tons of content to put out into the world. But if you have this beautiful relocation guide, and maybe you do a blog, and you do a blog post every week, and then that gives you some content to do. That's my plan for the year. But because I want to do more passive prospecting, where I do this and the people just come. And so, and plus I get content for my local area, everything. It covers everything. So I am going to do a relocation guide and a blog. But what's going to be offer number 4? So with these alone, if you're not going to do any of these, then you may as well just go right back and go do this one right here, paid leads, because go invest into Zillow and spend $4,000 or $5,000 a month, become a local Zillow hero. Like Walter, is Walter still on here? I don't think he is. I think it's Brandon that like was sharing in the performance group recently about being like one of the top realtor for Zillow in his area. Like that's phenomenal. That's like his funnel. He works that funnel and he probably does it really well. And so you got to figure out what funnel is going to be your funnel that you're going to flow into your business, which is just all of this stuff put together. That's your business. So that is the system. Here is my story. This is going to be recorded, so you guys could watch this back and read through this later if you want to. If anyone on this call wants to schedule a call with me, my site to schedule calls is talktodawn.com. I have my website at dawnloading.com. And I just want to say like another quote, because I'm all about these quotes. If you can dream it, have the courage to take action, and have discipline to stay on the right path, you will make it. And this is such a beautiful business that we all have, has so much potential for us to go out there and create these funnels that we love to wake up and do. That's why I like Angela's stuff so much. It's a passion community because you love it. It's something you already want to do. For me, my passion community is our Jeep group. We have a Jeep and we go on wheeling trips, and those people all know that I'm a realtor. So they call me and I work that as my passion community. So I have all of that. Yeah, Angela just said the number one thing agents say to me is, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it, and I don't know why. I know why. It's because you're overwhelmed. It's because you're overwhelmed. You don't have focus, and you're not really clear. You don't have clarity on your funnels for the most part. First of all, you probably don't have your foundation set up, your automation set up, the systems to go out and do the lead generation funnels that you need to be doing. But we want to help you. We want you to be successful. We want this performance group to be an amazing, abundant place where we could all go to each other and really help each other. And that's what Angela and I are doing. Like, we both come to you with the heart of a teacher. Like, I was Dave Ramsey for years and an ELP back in my KW days, until he fired all the EXP agents. But anyway, I still come to the table with the heart of a teacher, and I just really want to help everyone. So I'm going to close this, but I do have a couple of other places for some free tools. Y'all, I'm not a coach. I don't charge for anything. I put everything on my YouTube channel. If you want to go do any of that stuff, it's on my YouTube channel, which is Real Estate Untangled. This is my Facebook group. I also have a Facebook group that's called Real Estate Untangled. And all of that stuff you could get from my website or any of that. So are there any questions? I would love to open this up now to just kind of a Q&A. Like, what can I help you guys with? And where did everybody go? Stop share. Did I stop sharing? There it is. Sorry, I lost the button.
Now you did. There you are.
Now I did. Okay. Hello, I'm back. So Q&A. Love to answer any questions that anyone has. Okay, well, I would love to say, like, who has their funnels set up? Does everybody have their funnels set up? Who's got at least one funnel? Raise your hand.
Let's start with the easier question. Who knows what a funnel is?
I just explained it. I
know,
explained
but I'm seeing some lost faces here for a second. I'm like, all right.
Does this make sense? Are you like having an aha moment as a realtor of what you need to create and put out into the world? Like, do you understand top of funnel, the offer?
I do.
we can always count on you, Paulina. So very simply put, right? Everything funnels down, hence a funnel. You pair it up take out all the waste, trim all the fat, it gets down to exactly what you want. And the other way that I've heard people mention it, and this is probably not the best way to analogize it, but it's like a corral. You're like herding cows and herding whatever animals into one specific direction, one specific, we call it choke point. So to that point, to get that information that you need. So it is important that we obviously give something so that people feel like, okay, you know what? That is something that I want to click on. That is something that I want. That is something that I think I need. And really, that's what it comes down to, right? If you feel like this is something that you absolutely want, you're going to click on it. If you're not going to click on it, then there is no lead at the end of that funnel. So what system are you using right now, Don, for your funnels?
Lofty.
You are using Lofty.
I use Lofty and I use listings to leads for the offers. The funnel is the campaign inside of Lofty. It's you making the call. It's doing all of the work. And you can organize Lofty and put the active leads in active, or your job is to call the new leads and move them down the pipeline in Lofty. So yeah, so as far as putting marketing pieces out into the world, I use listings to leads, and I have my listings to leads account connected to my Lofty account.
So if you were to break down like the costs associated with your funnel, this particular funnel that you just described, between listing to lead, between the home bot, I think that's really it. And then other than Lofty, and Lofty is a given thing that's included. So really just those two additional costs, right?
Yeah, listings to leads, like I said, I have a link. I'm going to share my link tree with you guys here in a minute, but it's you get 21 days free, so you could go in and download all the PDFs so that if you want to just put them right into a landing page inside of Lofty, you can. But if you just get in there and go through all of their workshops that they do like a whole week's worth of workshops, figure out, like, it's such a great marketing tool, but it's overwhelming. There's a lot to it. You could go through each day of their playbooks. They have playbooks, and you could go through them and just figure out what you want to do. I would love to hear from some producing agents on here. Like, what are you doing for your funnels? Or does everybody just do friends and family? Like, that's a funnel too. Like, friends and family, I find, is like the top funnel for everybody. They just put the word out and they get friends and they get family and they do real estate. And that's like all that they do. So that's okay too, if that's what you want to do. But anybody, go ahead.
Obviously, I'm not in production right now. I mean, going back into production, but I was very similar to Angela. I had almost the exact same story. So for children, I was at either a soccer practice or a dance class or something. And I was like, I just have an audience at all times as a funnel. So I made it was just like going into, I guess, how do I put it? Like you have everybody you needs right in front of you, like your database and all the people that are going to talk about you and then see you at the next thing. So it was really like making myself, my niche was family. So I do like a Santa breakfast every year, and really in the community known for catering to families with children. Now that my youngest is 16, I am going to have to pivot a little bit. But I still am known in the area, so it'll just be known for not having a gaggle of children behind me.
Awesome.
That was my thing. Yeah, really, really utilizing those relationships that are at places you're already going to be.
Absolutely. That's a lot of Angela's local legend stuff.
Is it? I know.
Yeah.
I was like, local legend, because I told you yesterday, I think, that I own living in Slidell, and I really I would put any activity that was going on in our area, anything in driving distance. And I was the first person to put out the Mardi Gras schedule with like my logo all over it. And what did everyone do? They shared it. So it became social media going around, and it was free advertising. So, because I don't know about you guys, is there any other Louisiana people in here? When the parade schedule comes out, that's like a very big deal here.
That's awesome.
That's embarrassing. but it
That
is
could
true.
be an offer. You could create a landing page, put the schedule in it, and have people click on it and get them
Correct.
into your lofty.
Exactly.
I don't know if this
Uh,
was mentioned, but when you have funnels, it's not just one funnel. Hopefully, I think you guys are picking that up. There should be multiple funnels. In fact, you can create as many funnels as you like, and that's
Yep.
actually a really good thing. Is just think of it this way: if there was only XYZ web page for whatever information you're looking for, now take that and multiply by 100. Take that or multiply by 1,000. So the more web pages are there out there with your information on it, more likely your name's gonna come up in front of these prospects. That's what a funnel is. A funnel is just giving you multiple possibility of receive that information. So you don't want to have just one funnel. You want to have a
No,
ton of them,
I
as many as you
always
can get
say,
done.
if you're a realtor and you don't have enough business, you don't have enough funnels.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
awesome. Well, that's all I have, y'all. Like, if we don't have any questions, we'll give you back about 10 minutes of your day.
Yay.
But we hope to
Fantastic.
see, if you're with Epic and the performance group, we can't wait to see you on our office hours on Monday morning. And anything else, Jay?
Nope. Anything else? Want anyone else to jump in and ask Don before? Oh, there we go. Comment.
Hey, Jay.
Hi, Carmen.
Hi.
Long
Can
time
you-
no see.
Hey, can you elaborate on HomeBot?
Yeah, I
I've never
actually did a
used that.
video on HomeBot.
You have one?
I do. I'll find it and I'll share it with you because I did a video
Awesome.
last year for realtors on how to use HomeBot.
Okay.
And you get a link and HomeBot. It's been a while. I'll go do it. Like, I just have a link and I've done it all already, but I could have done a whole class on that for an hour last year, but I need to go get myself updated. Now my link is just live and everybody gets it already. So, but it's really a tool that comes for their home. It's like, an evaluation from Zillow or from a realtor, like a CMA, like it's kind of like that, but it's for the home. So these are for homeowners, not always necessarily interested in selling. It's more about like, hey, you have $50,000 in equity. These are the other things that you could do to make your money work for you. Kind of
Okay.
like that.
Awesome.
So you could just Google HomeBot, but I'll find my video and I'll send it to you.
I would love that. I'd love to share that with my agents here.
Yeah, it's a great tool. It's only about $30 a month, I think. And then listings to leads is $60 a month. Jay, you were asking about pricing, like, listings to leads, HomeBot, send out cards. I have a higher level. I pay $99 a month and I'm able to send out unlimited cards. Single send cards. So I could send 10 different cards per day, includes the postage. So I have my VA send cards like every day to my VA, to all of the people in my sphere. So that's 99. So I'm still not even or barely at 200 for all my marketing tools for all of that I've automated.
Just for those folks who are not clear, listen to lead is where you where you get the information from, be able to send this information to, and to get in front of the crowd. HomeBot, which there's actually another competing platform known as Home IQ, same thing. It generates basically market analysis to push out to your sphere of all the names that you've gotten in your system. And then lastly, the send out, the mailers that she was talking about, that is obviously to get in front of them also, but this time more physical. So again, they all work differently, but they all work together as well.
Yeah, and so I just shared my screen again, and this is my link tree of all the things that I use, so you could see them. So this is I'm just going to go over this one. So this is listings to leads. So if you click on that, it's going to open this page and you could do the free trial. And because I'm inviting you, normally they do a 2-week free trial, but you could do a 21-day free trial. And then once you get logged in, they do these workshops, and it will give you so many different ideas. Like, I built my business off of this platform. It's the one thing that I have had since 2012. And it's just a phenomenal platform. I'm hoping at Epic that I can replace this with Social Bay, but if Social Bay doesn't do all of what this platform does, then it'll be one thing I'll never go without. For my
Dawn, can you hear
team.
me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Yes.
it's Desiree. So
Hi,
my
Desiree.
client, hi, my client called and I missed like literally this whole thing. So
We
I
recorded
made,
it.
what's that?
We recorded it.
I know. Okay, good.
Okay.
I may bring something up that Jordy spoke about. I don't know,
Okay.
is anyone else trying to open Lofty in the last hour? Because if you go online and try to open Lofty, it's glitching out.
It did that to me the other day multiple times. But I just assumed it was something I was doing wrong. So,
I thought
but
so too,
from
but
inside the portal,
yeah.
I went from inside the portal and then I went